Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where it's the best place to learn about Canadian finance. At the start of the video, you probably noticed an ad was playing. That's right, we've officially been approved for YouTube partnership. Yay! So thank you so much for all the support and love you guys have shown to this channel. We've grown extremely fast. In order to celebrate us making partnership on YouTube, we'll be donating $1,000 to a charity in need in Canada right now. And the charity we chose is that BC SOS Children Village. What they do is they build village in Surrey and Langley for children that have emotional abuse or unsafe family environment. They go to these villages and live with their foster parents until they become adults and can live by themselves in the society. So this is an extremely meaningful charity. So once we donate it, I'll post the receipt in the YouTube community post. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump into today's video. Let's go! Alright, so this video is going to have two parts. Number one is whether YouTube is a good side hustle you should consider if you want to make money. And number two is what other alternatives are there, and these will be 5 different alternatives that I have done in my life while I was building my business and wanted to make a good side income. Alright, so let's look at the YouTube side first. Is YouTube a good side hustle we should consider if we want to make money on it? After being partnership with YouTube and looking at my ad revenue for about a week, short answer is no. Long answer is no! Alright, in all seriousness, let me share with you my personal thoughts about YouTube. And as you can see on the screen, I'm showing you exactly how much I made so far about 4 or 5 days into the partnership. Now, numbers will fluctuate, but if I use this to kind of calculate, I'm probably making about $600 a month, which is okay to cover my grocery. But if you factor in the amount of work I put into to make this $600 roughly, it's not really worth it. For myself, every video I upload, it takes around 20 hours in terms of thinking, prep, research, and editing. So in terms of effort versus revenue, I don't think it's really worth it to try to get there. However, I think if you have one of the 3 criteria that I'm about to list, I do think it's very worthwhile to consider about YouTube. Number one is if you already have a business or a product that you wanted to sell and you're using YouTube simply as a branding platform. For example, what I'm doing right now is I'm uploading all these videos because I have my financial consulting business already, and I'm using this platform to educate other people and also to brand my company. So for me, it doesn't matter if I'm partner or not, I've already achieved my purpose of being on YouTube. Now, number 2 is if you have a hobby you really enjoy and you don't mind filming yourself and showing off to other people on YouTube, that's also a very good reason to be on here. And number 3 is you're simply filming yourself to build confidence or self-growth, to train yourself to maybe speak in front of a camera so you can have better public speaking skill. That's also a very good reason to be on YouTube. Because the main issue I feel about YouTube is not that getting partner and making more ad revenue. That's actually the easy part. The hard part is getting there. 4K hours and 1K sub is extremely difficult for a new channel to achieve. So unless you have a lot of passion or you have a side reason, a bigger reason than just money to keep you going, a lot of people will give up before they get there. Alright, so you might say YouTube is not a good side hustle and you don't want to do this. Completely understand. Then let's look at the top 5 side hustles you can consider to make more income on the side. Now, just to let you know, these 5 side hustles are something I've done myself personally or a service I've used before, so I've well researched into these areas. That's why I'm recommending them to you. I'm sure there are other good things like Uber or Uber Eats or doing like surveys online. I don't really know if you actually make money doing surveys online. People have said you do. But I've never done them, so I'm not going to recommend them to you. Alright, so side hustle number 1 is website building. So first of all, when I was doing this, I was charging about $500 to $1,000 per project, and dividing the hours I put in, I'm making roughly about $30 to $50 per hour, which is a pretty good side income to make. Now, before you ban this idea because you're saying you don't have very good coding experience or you're not super sufficient about building web pages, so let me tell you this. When I was doing this side hustle, I have 0 web page building experience. For real, the only one skill you really need to have is the ability to Google if something comes up. Now, especially during these times when there is COVID, a lot of businesses or self-employed have realized their importance to move their business online so they're not restricted to a physical location. But the thing is, most people don't have the time or the patience to really sit down and learn how to build one, and that's where you come in. With great tools like Wix.com or Squarespace, you can easily build a very professional and beautiful website without much coding experiences. Now, the downside of this is the scope of what you can do will be limited, but you can also solve that by trying to hire external help from outside, so cut them part of the profit to help you build the more difficult portion of the website. Now, the second side hustle I did was tutoring. So for tutoring, I was earning about anywhere from $30 to $60 per hour.
O G Y प्याज लोगे
Now, if you're saying you don't have any connections to start with, there are actually a lot of web pages online right now that have everything set up and they have clientele as well. You simply have to sign up, pass the qualification check, and you can start teaching and making money right away. Now, I've posted a link down below to the description to an article that lists all these websites that are hiring right now, so you can click and check them out. Now, because I have never used any of these websites before, I can't recommend you a specific company, so make sure you go through the article, do your research, and pick the one you're more comfortable to work with. Now, the third side hustle is selling things online. For this category, the amount of money you can make is unknown because this really depends on the product you're selling and your skill of marketing these products. What I did was I went on websites like teespring.com where you can design your own t-shirt, set your own price, and sell it to other people to make a profit. And Teespring is gonna take a cut, but they're gonna produce everything for you and ship it for you. So you only have to focus on the designing and the selling part. Now, this was actually one of my favorite side hustle because I learned so much from this. What I did was make popular t-shirts for those period of times and pay Facebook ads specifically to target people that I think will be interested in the t-shirt that I designed. At the peak of doing this, I was making about 1,000 to 2,000 extra per week. So this was a great side income stream for me at that time. Another thing you can do is actually go visit your local thrift store and try to buy things from there and sell them online. For people that don't know what thrift store is, it's basically people that take their used item and sell it to the store or donate to the store, and the store will sell it as a second-hand item at a much lower price. If you want to do this, I recommend you go to the wealthy part of your town and go into those thrift stores, because from our volunteering experience, we see a lot of really good products that are being donated. And usually what we'll do is take the item, we'll research on the retail price or on the eBay price, and we'll sell it about 30% of the price because we just want to get rid of it very quick. So what you could do is potentially go in there, buy the good items that you think is going to worth money, or you can do some research on it first, buy them at a cheap price, and then resell them on eBay and make a profit in between. Now, before I tell you about the last two side hustles, I would like to remind you that I have a private Facebook group for like-minded people to get more information, ask questions, and get exclusive contents. So if you'd like to get smarter with money, make sure you click the link below and request to join. Now, the second last side hustle you can do is transcribing and voiceover. This is something I've never done myself to make money on, but it's something I pay a lot of money for a lot of people to do while I was making video for my company. So you can go to websites like Fiverr, Elance, or Voice Bunnies where you can upload your demo and set a price to charge per second of the file and see if you can get clients that way. And the side note is voiceover actors do get paid quite a bit as their portfolio get bigger. So who knows, maybe you can turn it into a career. Now, the final side hustle you can do is actually graphic design. This one, typically, you're going to make about anywhere from $50 to $100 per hour, depending on your skill and the clientele you take on. So I did this a lot when I first started my business, and you only need basic Photoshop and design skill for you to take on clients. And that's because there's a life-saving website called ENVATO Marketplace where they sell tons and tons of different design templates you can use to do your design job and make your life so much easier. So what I do here is whenever a client wants me to design something, I just go on this website and I search something that's relevant to what they're looking for, and use the template picture as my template photo and send it over to them and see if they like the feeling and the aesthetic of this template. So looking back, this is probably the side hustle that made me the most money overall. A lot of people like the template design already, and you don't really have to do too much work. So if you want to go into this area, you can check out the link below that leads you to the marketplace for you to buy the product. Now, do you have a good side hustle that I haven't talked about here? If you do, let me know in the comment below. I'm very interested nowadays in the side gig economy, what everyone is doing to make extra side income. If you like these videos and you want more of them, I do upload them every Tuesday, 8:30 EST. So make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel and click the bell button below so you get all the notifications in the future. Alright, this is Jacky. I hope you found this interesting. I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye!